We have another delusional take from a podcast Lexi Brown was on. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
So, hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. Hit the notification bell when you do so you get notified of our next video and make Rob happy. Caitlin Clark's crossover is tonight and Thursday, 6 to 7 tonight and 5:30, 6:30 on Thursdays. And we're going to go live tonight for the women's basketball game at 7. And that's Eastern time, of course, except for major holidays. We don't do Caitlin Clark's crossover or a live show. And Rob, guess what? I got something for you that I did not play for Rob ahead of time. So I wanted to see his reaction to this because I thought to me, it's humorous. So I will play it for you and we'll see what you say.
Oh, boy.
JuJu Watkins. I personally think in just 2 years at USC, she's already passed Caitlin Clark in terms of influence. But
all right, Rob, let me just stop right there. Influence. Do you think there's no matter what type of influence you're talking about, other than influence in the black community where they want to over-promote JuJu Watkins, is there any chance that JuJu Watkins has surpassed Caitlin Clark in influence?
The answer to that, Mark, is no.
Okay.
And, like we said in previous videos, I don't know why they're trying to just build up JuJu Watkins. She's a phenomenal. She's going to be a phenomenal ball player, and they're trying to build her up, and trying to surpass Caitlin Clark, trying to make Caitlin Clark obsolete. Like don't even who's Caitlin Clark.
Okay, so JuJu, I looked up some numbers to make sure I just didn't make up stuff, Rob. Mm-hmm. JuJu Watkins, after 2 years of USC, have built them up from 3,462 to 6,097 per game. They went up 1,000 her freshman year and about 1,800 her second year, which is a grand total of 14th in the country. Iowa right now is first in the country without Caitlin Clark. Before Caitlin Clark got there, they were only 10th. Caitlin Clark, they went from 10th to 5th to 3rd to 1st to 1st in terms of, and they increased her second time year after 2 years of playing there, not including the year in the bubble. Attendance went up 3,574, which was more than twice is what JuJu increased. So in terms of attendance, Caitlin Clark blew her away by twice as much. Okay, in terms of TV ratings, Rob, it's not close either. Her senior year, she went head-to-head against JuJu Watkins, Rob. Okay, in the round of 64, Caitlin Clark's team was 8.2 times more in viewership. 8.2. In the next round, it was 2.8 more in viewership. And that was the round of 32. In the round of 16, Caitlin Clark had 4 times the ratings that JuJu Watkins' team had. And then in the round of Elite 8, when she played against UConn, Caitlin Clark's team had LSU. That was 1.8 as much. So in terms of influence, I'm not sure. In jersey sales, Caitlin Clark is the number one in jersey sales in women's basketball now for 4 straight years. And at WNBA level, college level, all over the world. She's also had influence in terms of her shoe deal that she got, which is the biggest shoe deal ever for women's basketball. And she's a best-selling basketball in the world right now. It's Caitlin Clark. Yeah, so what influence are we talking about?
I don't know how they could put her. I mean, just give me all those stats, Mark. You didn't have to even give out all those stats.
Well, I just wanted to show how ridiculous
you didn't have to give out all those stats to know that she's not even close to being more influential than Caitlin Clark. That's just a given right there.
And Caitlin Clark made women's college basketball blow up. So the only reason JuJu Watkins is getting anywhere near these endorsements or attention is because of what Caitlin Clark did before her. And Caitlin Clark also has a bunch of endorsements that I didn't even mention. So does JuJu, to be fair. But Caitlin Clark has a bunch of NIL money, and she's got everything you can imagine in terms of popularity and viewership in the WNBA, which followed her there in attendance. So anyways, that was only one line. And the reason I said this is because Lexi Brown didn't push back on that influence. She said, what do you mean by influence? She knows what influence means. But anyways, let's go on.
What do you mean by influence?
Like, I feel like what Caitlin Clark did for women's college basketball, it blew everything up. There's more eyes, there's more attention and everything on not only just the college side, but also the pro side as well.
Okay, Mark, stop it there. Stop it there.
I was going to that. I hit the wrong thing. Go ahead.
Yeah. So on one hand, he's like, make up your mind. So right there, you already blew your point already. He's already blown his point already.
I know this is hilarious. We haven't got to the best part, Rob.
Oh my gosh.
You ready?
Yeah.
JuJu Watkins is gonna have that same effect, but bigger because
Why is she gonna be bigger, Rob? All right, go ahead.
How could she get more bigger than Caitlin Clark? How?
She's a once in a generation type of influence, Rob, and it's not generation like what they say every year generation, but like every 20 to 25 years generation. But okay, here's the next comment he says, Rob.
Is going to be 10 times better.
10 times better.
Let me play that again, Rob.
Yeah, play that again. 10 times better.
Do you think JuJu Watkins is going to have that same effect, but bigger? Because I think she is going to be 10 times better.
Stop. 10 times better. Let's see. 10 times better. That means, Mark, that when I turn on the TV, all I'm going to see is JuJu Watkins. That's all I'm going to see on TV. If it's 10 times better.
Now he's talking about being better, not more of an influence. So his first statement, there's no truth to it whatsoever that she's going to be bigger than Caitlin Clark or that she has more of an influence so far in her 2-year career. All she's got is a lot of media hype mainly by the black community who are trying to replace Caitlin Clark. That's what they have. That's the influence they have. That's not real influence. That's not the build up by fans. Fans determine that, Rob, in terms of influence and stuff like that. Let's just review here. Caitlin Clark was one of the top 3 rookies of all time. 62 records, rookie of the year. How are you going to be 10 times better than someone than that? You'd have to actually come in and be the best player in WNBA history by a large margin to even be twice as good as Caitlin Clark. How are we even approaching 10 times? It's technically impossible, obviously. You couldn't even be twice as good as Caitlin Clark.
And the main thing is she's not even exciting. She's not even close to being exciting as Caitlin Clark or even some other. She's not even more exciting than Hidalgo. Hidalgo's more exciting than
Tanai Latson's more exciting than her. so is Flajay Johnson.
Yeah,
this Latson player is more exciting than her.
So how is she going to be 10 times more than Caitlin Clark, who like some people who've never don't even watch the game. If I mention her name, people will be like, "Oh yeah, I know her. I don't watch women's basketball, but I've heard of her." If I mention JuJu Watkins, they'll be like, "JuJu Watkins. I know since Rob, I know you deal with basketball. She must be some type of basketball player."
Now, Rob, Lexi Brown blew it the first time. We're not having more of a pushback against influence because she knows that Caitlin Clark made everything blow up. She should have pushed back on that. She didn't. And then she said, "Oh, yeah."
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know what "oh, yeah" meant because now this goes on and she's back to being delusional again.
Better?
Yes.
I don't know. Because as talented as they are, and they're super talented, they are not the most talented players we've ever seen in college basketball.
Exactly.
Like, let's say that. And that's what I've always stood on is like, we're not going to act like we didn't watch Maya Moore, Candace Parker, DT in college, and Stewie. Like, let's not pretend like what their runs in college were insane. And they had championships. So when we're talking about like influence and stuff, like I just feel like it was just right place, right time, but you still got to perform. So
right place, right time, Rob. There was no other reason why she just blew up. It wasn't because she was super exciting and super talented and had that it factor and was super competitive. It was right place, right time. She just got lucky, Rob. That's what she's saying. That's what she's saying.
Right place, right time. Without the same talent that the teams that she beat, South Carolina and LSU, right place, right time. She didn't have half the talent on her team.
Right place. Well, she makes it sound like it was just a coincidence. It was just like, a perfect storm. It's not a perfect storm. She created it. This is so stupid. Okay, here we go. Let's go on.
So I think the fact that they have all these eyes, all this new pressure, all these new critics, and they're able to rise to the occasion every time is very impressive. And I think it's been amazing because they could have folded. They could have not shown up and did what everyone was expecting.
Well, JuJu did fold for a while, Rob. The first half of this year, it seemed like the pressure had gotten to her. But I'll go on. She rebounded fine. She played great.
So apparently she forgot the kind of pressure that Caitlin Clark was under and what she went through and how she survived. So she doesn't come close to what Caitlin Clark is. She going to get that? She won't get the same type of pressure or whatever happened to Caitlin Clark in her rookie year.
She won't get the same whistle either, Rob.
No, she won't. She'll probably get better whistle.
A lot better whistle. All right, here we go. She's already getting one now.
Expecting them to do. So like that's where my biggest respect for them comes from, because they're so young, doing all these things in front of all these people that we didn't have in college. I think JuJu, her game is just very like pro ready and elite. And I think that's what people really like. Same.
I agree, Rob, that it's pro ready because of her size and she's got a good all around game, but it's not nearly as flawless and as polished as her fans think it is. Let's put it that way.
Right. She's got a lot to work on. Like we said, her passing, when she gets the ball, keeping her head up when she dribbles the ball up the court and pass the ball to her teammates that are open instead of driving 1-on-3 to try to draw the foul.
And if your shooting percentage is this low and your offensive efficiency is this low against college players, Rob, what it's going to be against the WNBA when she plays against better defense.
Right.
So we'll see. Okay.
Like Kaylin's game was very pro ready and elite. So I'm like really happy that people are like just respecting the way women are playing basketball, because for so many years it was just like, y'all are boring. It's fundamental. It's below the rim. It's da 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 da.
That's Rob. This is exactly why Caitlin Clark is phenomenal, because her logo threes is what got people excited. They forgot all about lowering the rim anymore because they needed something to make women's college basketball exciting, and Caitlin Clark was the answer. And then her passing added, put like sugar on top, Rob.
Well, she did admit but she won't say. She said Caitlin Clark in the first game, and that women are getting respect, and the reason why is because of Caitlin Clark. Like you said, expanded the game to where it's not that most people say, it's boring and fundamental like that. Yeah, she's exciting. JuJu Watkins does not have that kind of go back to the beginning. That type of influence. 10 times more. She's going to be 10 times more influential.
That's better, Rob. He didn't say 10 times more influence. He said 10 times better.
Better. Yeah, better. She's going to be better than that.
Right. And no, JuJu Watkins did not make people forget about lowering the rim because she's not that exciting a player. Anyways, we'll go on.
But now people are really like, oh, y'all can really go for real. Like, we're hearing less and less lower the rim comments. Yeah. And I'm very happy about that, because we don't need to lower the rims. Most of everybody's favorite player in the NBA is not dunking like that. So it's not really necessary. But I think, to answer your question, I think she's just going to ride the wave that.
It's exactly ride the wave. That's Caitlin Clark's wave, though. Here we go.
Was created, and she's just going to keep the wave going. And I think that's essentially what needs to happen, is like you ride the wave and then the next person needs to just keep riding it. And then I don't think it's going to end, because I think everybody is really locked in on women's sports and women's basketball right now.
Right.
So I think it's just like the timing of all this right now is perfect for everybody. And like, even being a WNBA player, like, I'm just really grateful that I'm still in the league, because there were very many moments where I thought I was not going to be in the league anymore.
She got Crohn's disease this year, and I'm pulling for her for that reason. And she missed most of this year.
Mm-hmm. But to have made it to this point, to see this growth, like, has been really amazing. And I'm not going to take anything away from this young group that came in and like changed the landscape for us, because they absolutely did.
Because definitely right place, right time. I mean,
I can't take any more. Definitely right place, right time. There's no indication it's right place, right time, Rob. Women's basketball was only getting a little bit more popular before Caitlin Clark made it explode. Yeah, it was going up. It had gone up the year before Caitlin Clark got in her freshman year. It was going up, but Caitlin Clark made it explode.
Right, just like you said. I mean, he first said that, with JuJu Watkins, but then he made the point like, yeah, she came in and exploded. I'm like, yes, but
Right place, right time is basically
No.
trying to diminish Caitlin Clark. That's
Right.
all, that's what they're saying. That's all they're saying. That's the only reason to say something like that, Rob. It's just a
Right place,
coincidence
right
that it
time.
happened. You just happened to be at the come at the right time.
All the stars were all the planets were
All
aligned.
aligned.
All
They
the
were all aligned,
stars.
Rob, ready for her to just come in and get no credit for it. That's what
Right. Exactly.
Oh, they won't stop, Rob. It's not going to stop. JuJu Watkins, I'm going to say this again. I'm going to say this with a straight face. I'm going to say this in a non-racial way, but it really is about race. JuJu Watkins will be overrated and overhyped and get a great whistle for her entire career because of Caitlin Clark. Because they want to replace Caitlin Clark, the white woman, with a black woman.
So
That's what's
bad.
happening, Rob.
They want to do it so bad. They can't have that, Mark. We can't have. They're so focused on. We can't have this. They don't want this. But you know what though, Mark? What's kind of cool? Caitlin Clark says, you know what? It's going to happen. You got to deal with it. It's happening. Deal with it.
It's like Caitlin Clark being the most popular and potentially going to be the best player in the league, which I think will happen either this year or next. It's almost like, well, we have to take that away. Like that's something that needs to be accomplished, taking her down. It's almost like a goal. And JuJu is their savior to accomplish that goal.
Well, so
it's disgusting.
Yeah, Mark. So Mark, they recognize. So they're going to put the records that Caitlin Clark has out there is going to be up there, and then they're going to say, okay, this person did this. Now we have this other person coming in to break this record and influence you more than this. We won't mention her name, but there's this record here. You know, we have this thing over here about this other player.
Rob, it's mostly black females. It's some black males, not as highest percentage because as we pointed out before, they know basketball. They know how great Caitlin Clark is and how exciting she is. And there's a very, very small percentage of overly woke white people who are doing this. But they're doing this as a goal. It's like, we've got to replace her now.
Mm-hmm.
This is 1 year is too much of it. We can't handle it anymore. Forget that Jokic has been the best player in the NBA for 5 years, and nobody's really that upset about it.
yeah, but we can't have that. We didn't expect this to happen.
Oh, so they're not over promoting Victor W. So they can be a black player replacing Jokic. No, they promoted her some because he's a unique talent, but they're not over promoting him, Rob, to do that.
Right, and they won't with Cooper Flag when he comes in the league. It'll be the same way, Mark.
Well, it might be a little bit because he's from the U.S. and from Duke.
Yeah,
Duke people.
Yeah,
he might be a little bit because right now at the very, very top, there's a shortage of U.S. players, both white and black, Rob.
Yeah,
the very, very top. Not overall like the top 30, but in the top 6 or 7, there's a shortage of U.S. born players right there. So we'll see what happens, Rob. Let's see if they replace Caitlin Clark overnight like they want to.
Nice try.
I don't know what to say, Rob, but it's for them to suggest that this is not about race is just a lie. And we know it is. So I don't know. I wish it wasn't. I wish I didn't see skin color of the two of those people, but I do. But it doesn't change my viewpoint of them in terms of ranking them or rating them or judging their popularity or rooting for them or anything. But I can't say that about everybody. I don't know what to say. Let us know if you like this video. If you like this video, share it with your family, friends, and acquaintances. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, what are you waiting for? Make Rob happy. Uncle Sam needs you. We're going for 7,000 subscribers, and we need your help. Hit that notification bell when you do so you get notified of our next video. And guess what? Caitlin Clark's crossover is tonight from 6 to 7, and Thursday, 5:30 to 6:30, and it's Eastern time except for major holidays. We're going to follow with the live women's game tonight after that at 7. So join us for that. If you want to donate to the channel, you can with super chats and super things down below. And it's linked to PayPal. We'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.